Good morning. Today, we're going to talk to you about aligning with the energy of the ninth wave. And I do not prepare ahead of time what I'm going to say, although I do have meditation prior to coming to the camera. I have perhaps even less thought this morning than I do on some other mornings. In any case, we have to know what the ninth wave energy is. We've already covered that, I'm sure, in some of the previous videos. But it is the energy of unity. It is the energy of universal consciousness. It is the energy of what is known in some circles as the law of one. And all of these point to one thing. The energy of the ninth wave is the opposite of the energy of separation consciousness. It's very difficult for many humans to move beyond separation consciousness. We live in what is perceived as a duality, where there seem to be, anyway, two poles to everything, and that's a reasonable observation. There's masculine and feminine, light and dark, up and down, in and out. Good and evil, all sorts of pairs of opposites. And there are those who still teach that victory is achieving the elimination of one of the polarities, so that we just have one polarity. No longer north and south, no longer east and west. The west triumphs or the east triumphs. Men triumph over women, or women triumph over men. These are concepts These are concepts that seem to be ingrained in a lot of people. And the energy that's sweeping the planet right now is all the 9 waves of the underworld are opening up. And yet the 9 being completion is also moving to the 1. So in this 9th wave, we're completing the cycle of duality. And we're moving in to 2012, which is the complete manifestation of unity consciousness. How does it work? How is it going to manifest? I get asked that by people all the time. Well, how is this going to happen? It's going to happen because you and me and light workers around the world are able right now, not some future time, but right now, today, we're able to recognize the importance of the unity consciousness that requires that we stop judging, requires that we see everything as inside of us and as a unity, as a whole, as one song or a universal song. We move beyond our religious training thinking that our religion is the correct one and the others are all wrong or going to hell. This is not the energy of the ninth wave. You cannot maintain your religious separation and be in the energy of co-creation. The energy of co-creation requires your alignment as a human with your alignment as a divine being. The two must merge. The human must allow the penetration of the divine into its very consciousness. This is how we align with this new energy. And it's really not, I'm calling it new energy, and we're experiencing it as if it were new energy. But I'm telling you, the energy has always been here. Always been here. But we're experiencing a new relationship with that energy right now on a wider scale than we've ever done before. And this is what is allowing a new world to be co-created. It's not a bunch of people with a single ideology of separation to get together and co-create a world in which that ideology dominates all of the other ideologies. It's not that at all. And yet, in a sense, I'm reminded that it is that. For the ideology that is different than the world has been is the ideology of oneness, the law of one. God in everything, everything part of God, everything is divine. That is an ideology, that is a perspective from which we look at the world around us and the world within us, and we see it as whole. I'm being told and guided to indicate how important it is to work with other humans and help each other heal from the wounds of relationships, the wounds of circumstances, the wounds of experiences that we have experienced and are well aware of. We all have them, folks. It's not about being spiritual and putting yourself on a pedestal and pretending you don't have problems anymore. That's not the ninth wave. The ninth wave is about being real. It's about being vulnerable. It's about telling your truth. It's about being intimate with other people in your life. It's about touching each other, spiritually, physically, sexually when appropriate. It's about helping each other recognize the wholeness and the love we all are. As I breathe into the energy, I can feel some of the work that has to be done in me. And I know I'm going to need help doing it, and I'm grateful for all the people around the world that are joining with me in this energy. This is the critical mass, far exceeded, that is sweeping the world, that is bringing about the changes. We hold the whole world in our hearts. So let's love one another. Let's be kind to each other and truthful. Let's be willing to be vulnerable in all of our relationships, because that is our greatest strength. That is the greatest gift we can give to each other and to the world. I send you blessings today, and I know many of you are able to receive that blessing. It is the blessing that you are one with all of life, and everything but everything is a gift that you receive and a gift that you give. It's inexhaustible in its supply, for it is infinite and eternal. I bless you this morning. May you be blessed in all that you do, all that you say, all that you feel, all that you think, all that you experience. And I love you, and I appreciate you, and I believe in you. And who is saying that? Your and my higher self is saying it to each one of us. It is the divine, comforting and empowering us with the only true power that exists, the power of love.